Follow along as we build a fitting tribute to the Land Rover Defender. This series is brought to you by LR Centre Limited and Frost Auto Restorers and SIP Industrial Products. Welcome back to beautiful Yorkshire. There's been some amazing sunrises this week. I've also had help this week from my pal O, who's been helping me repair the rear tub. The tub isn't in the best of condition and it needs some fettling to return to its former glory. We'll show you how using repair sections from YRM Metal Solutions. First, we're drilling the rivets on the body cappings and rear light cluster surrounds to be able to remove those and have them shot blasted and galved, just like on Hue 166. You need to remove the rivet head using the drill and then using a punch and hammer tap out the compressed sleeve of the rivet. Repeat the process on all visible rivets, and there may also be some sealants and adhesives used to bond the capping to the tub, so use a flat implement to prise these apart carefully. Once loose, we'll get those sent over to the blasters, then onwards to the galvanizers before hopefully being able to refit those to give us that retro look. To repair corrosion on the front of the tub, we've ordered a galvanized front seat belt mount bracket from YRM. These are laser cut from 2mm mild steel, which is then CNC pressed and hot dip galvanized for a lasting repair. To install, we're removing the inertia reel mounting support bracket, as this is incorporated into the YRM replacement, then removing corrosion with a fine twisted wire cup. Finally, the whole lot was overcoated with Dinatrol underbody anti-corrosion wax. The repair pieces are supplied in two halves. We set about clamping the first section in place. We loosely place these bolts through existing holes as there were captive nuts for them. Then it's a case of running the drill through each hole on the repair section. The holes are designed for M8 fixings, and there are 48 holes in total. Clean up the holes using a step drill or deburr tool, and also we're taking the opportunity to key off the paintwork before inserting the bolts, so that we can properly prepare the bodywork later on for painting. Then we can tighten the fixings down and secure the repair sections. We'll overcoat the underside of the tub with stone chip in a future episode. The tub ends where the door striker is situated commonly corrode, so YRM also produced Defender and Series 2-3 strike plate replacements. Fitting is very simple. The area is made up of two skins, so we're aiming to remove a section of only the outer skin. Start by marking the area of the tub end you want to remove. Then using a spot weld drill bit, you need to remove the rivets and spot welds in your marked off section. There's quite a few of them, so be thorough and make sure you remove each and every one. Then using a combination of a bolster chisel and a scraper, we can separate the two skins very slightly. Using a Dremel tool, we carefully scored along our marked line. Now the instructions tell us to bend the plate past where we'd like to cut the strike plate off. We've just gently fractured the corroded section off along our score, creating a very clean and straight cut. Next episode we'll fit those repair sections and finish that job off. The seal retaining lip, that also needs to be straightened out using a hammer and dolly. Now to fit a new tub floor with a replacement from, you guessed it, YRM. We're centre punching and drilling spot welds on the floor, and there's quite a few again, so be thorough. The floor is secured with a combination of rivets, dome rivets and spot welds, and the dome rivets will need to be ground off, the others can be drilled out. Then, once you're happy with that, you can flip the tub over to remove some of the final rivets on the underside. Now if you have this in place on a built-up Land Rover, don't worry, you can do this job on there as well. Follow the instructions on the YRM website. Again, we're trying to prise the panels apart, but with patience and judicious use of a hammer, the old corroded floor is liberated. Next time we'll finish the job by fixing our new floor in place. Finally, we've been itching to use some LumiWeld from Frost Autos to repair holes in our rear tub. LumiWeld has been designed to work on Burma Bright, the alloy that Land Rover panels are made from. First we're grinding back to bare metal around the hole before scrubbing the section with the supplied stainless steel brush before using the torch to gingerly heat the repair section
and periodically check to see if the rod will melt. The result is a structural repair, and it can be then ground smooth and fillered, and you'd never know it was there. This stuff is excellent, but it does come at the cost of slightly warping the panel, which isn't a huge problem on a Land Rover, but it may be if it's in a very visible area. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of FunRover TV. You can see our last episode here, and also check us out on funrover.com. We are at FunRover on Twitter and Instagram, and we're also on Facebook.